Now we will do some homes. We live in a home. But the king and queen, they live in a palace. Birds live in nests. Now we will see some of the homes of people and animals. Alright? That's what we are going to do now. So, write the home for these people or animals. We're going to write the homes for these people or animals, whatever I write down, okay? Now first one, let's say, when we say queen, door, where is her home? Then we have fish. If we say fish, where are they living? We must find. Bear, think about, where did the bear live? You think about it. Lion, where does it live? Snail, find its home, okay? Then you have rabbit. And we have rabbit tame one and we have rabbit wild ones. Both have different homes. That's what we are going to learn now. So this is a tame one and we have the wild one. Both have different name for their homes. Then we have, I have got here horse. What's their home? Chicken or chick, whatever. Dog. We have bee. Then we have fox. Bird. And I also have here with me pig. Now, we're going to find homes of these people. Alright? Queen. Okay, where does she live? The king and the queen. Very good. Palace. They live in a palace. King and queen, they live in a palace. Then fish. Where do you put the fish? Where do you find them? Their home. Aquarium. Aquarium. Queen, palace, fishes or fish. You can say either fish or fishes. Both are correct. Aquarium. Bear. Where did the bear live? The bear lives in a cave. The bear, he lives in a cave in the forest. Then lion. Where about the lion? He lives in a den. Lion lives in a den. Okay? The lion lives in a den. Queen, she lives in a palace. Fish, they are put in an aquarium. Bear, they live in a cave. And the lion, it lives in a den. What about the snail? Where does the snail live? The snail. The snail has a shell. She carries her home. The snail lives in a shell. Snail, she carries her home. Okay? Then we have rabbit. We have tame rabbit, we have wild rabbit. Both live in different homes. They are given different homes. Rabbit, the tame rabbit lives in a hutch. Hutch. Tame rabbit, hutch, and the wild rabbit burrow. Make their own burrow, dig it up. So look at that. Queen, she lives in a palace. The fish, they are put into an aquarium. The bear, he lives in a cave. Lion, they live in the den. Snail, she carries her home. She lives inside a shell. The tame rabbit, they put it into a hutch. And the wild rabbit, they make their own home. They dig up the earth. That's called burrow. Now, we have horse. Horse, chick, dog, bee, fox, bird, pig. Now, let's find their home. The horse, they are put on they are a domestic animal. They are put into a stable. The horses are put in a stable. Alright? Chicks, the baby chicks, where would you find them? They are put in a coop. They fence it up and that they are put into a coop. Horse is put in a stable. The baby chicks are normally found in a coop. Then we have dog. Where do you put the dog? Your pet dog in a kennel. Very good. Kennel. The dogs are put in a kennel. And then we have here bee. Where do you find the bee? They live in the hive. They make their own home and that hive is called beehive. Bees live high in a hive. They make their own nest. Then we have fox. The fox, where do they live? They live in a lair. That's called lair. The fox's home is called a lair. Then we have the birds. Where do the birds live? They live in a nest. They live in a nest. We also say they live or they are put into an aviary. A-V-I-A-R-Y. This is when you have it in your house. The nest is what they build. Aviary is when you have pet birds in your home. And finally we have pig. Where did the pig live? Pig lives in a sty. Pig sty. So you have here fox live in a lair. Bird lives when they make their own nest. When you put them into your own little nest in your house, you call aviary. And then the pig, little piglet, they live in pig sty. Now look at all the homes of the birds or animals, whatever. Now we have here, write the home for these people or animals. Let's read it together. Queen, she lives in a palace. Fish, they put into an aquarium. Bear, she lives in a cave. Lion lives in a den. Snail, she carries her home on her back. She lives inside the shell. Rabbit, a tame rabbit, lives in a hutch. The wild rabbit lives in a burrow. It makes its own burrow, makes holes in the earth and lives in it. The horse, it's a domestic animal we put them into a stable to take care of them. Chicks, they are put it into a coop, build a little fencing, that's called coop. Dog, domestic animal, we put the dog a home, its home is called kennel. And you have bee, they make their own little home, that's called bee hive. Then we have fox. Fox lives in a lair. And then the bird. Bird builds its own nest, but when you have it in your house, we say the birds are put into an aviary. Pig. The pigs are kept in a pigsty. So these are some of the homes of animals. Some built, some are made by man to keep them as pets. Now we are going to learn some things are kept in a special place. Now, like bus, the public bus that run on the road, in the night they are kept in a place. Okay, you call it bus depot. Supposing you have car, you have vehicles at home, in the night you have a place to put, garage. So now we are going to do animals. We saw animals have their home. If you have a dog at home, in the night he sleeps in a kennel. If it is a horse, he sleeps in the stable. So we are going to give you few words, and it's not enough to learn the homes, but we also learn to frame sentences. That particular word, how do we make a sensible sentence? In English language, not enough to learn vocabulary, but the usage of it is very important, and that's what we are going to do now. So you're going to help me to write sentences, frame sentences for few words that I put up. Okay, we are going to frame sentences for these words. So I'll give you about 3-4 words, and let's do it together. Framing sentences. Okay, the first one I have here is, now you must tell me what is it. Hanger. Not hanger. You do hangers, you hang clothes. Hanger. Hanger is a place where you keep airplanes. Just like buses and cars have their own place, you also have a place to keep the airplanes when not in use. Okay, so now let's frame a sentence. Okay, the aeroplane was rolled into the hangar. Okay, the airplane was rolled. It moved in, rolled into the hangar. Okay, hangar. Now look at the sentence. The airplane was rolled into the hangar. That is the place where they keep the airplane safe or for repair. Now, another word I give you is garage. Hangar, garage. Garage. What do you keep in the garage? What is a garage? It's a place where you keep your car or your motorbike, whatever, safe. In the garage, you keep your vehicle safe. So now you give me a sentence. Let's frame a sentence. The car, okay, could not go into the garage. Maybe there were too many vehicles there. The car could not, okay. You want to put the car in the garage. The car could not go into the garage. Maybe the gate was broken, no? Okay, now look, garage. The airplane, because there is vowel here. The airplane was rolled into the hangar. The car could not go into the garage. Maybe the gate was broken or too many vehicles. Okay, the next word that I have here for you is depot. What do we keep in the depot? It's the buses. After the night, the buses are kept in the depot. Okay, give me a sentence, please. In the morning, okay, in the morning, very good. In the morning, the bus depot was empty. Very good. Was empty. The night they kept there, and in the morning what happened? In the morning, the bus depot, all the buses had gone for a run. So the bus depot was empty. I have another word for you. Now, stable. Stable. What animals kept in the stable? Very good. The stable. The horse is kept in the stable, isn't it? A horse is the horse. A horse lives in a stable. You can also say the stable. I give you another, we'll write another sentence. The stable was very dirty. The stable was very dirty. Okay, maybe no one had come to clean the stable, so the stable was very dirty. Now, just look at it. Frame sentences using the word hangar. Hangar is a place where you keep the airplane. The airplane was rolled into the hangar. Garage. The car could not go into the garage. Depot. In the morning, the bus depot was empty. Stable. A horse lives in a stable. The stable was very dirty. So now you learned the place things are kept, how to frame sentence using the given word. We are going to do a bit of word search. I have put up here some animals, birds. We are going to find their home. Where do they live? So you are going to search with me to find where they live. Let's begin with, we have first here snail. Okay, we'll write here. Number one, we have snail. Where is the home of the snail? Where does she live? The snail, I told you, she carries her home on her back. So the snail, here you have number one, she lives in a shell. Snail, shell. Very good. So we found one. Okay, now horse. Where do we keep the horse? We keep the horse in a stable. Let's find where is stable. Here. So S-T-A-B-L-E. A-B-L-E. We keep the horse in a stable. So we found snail, she has a home on her back, and we have stable where we keep our horses. Now, next one. Lion, number 3. Lion. Where does the lion live? Lion lives in a den. D-E-N. Den. D-E-N. Den. Lion lives in a den. Alright? And we have here lion lives in a den. Now, next one. Let's find for me bear. Where does the bear live? Bear lives in a cave. Here, number 4. C-A-V-E. Cave. So we have found 4. Snail. She carries her home. She lives inside a shell. Horse. Stable. We put the horse in a stable. Lion. She lives in a den. And we have a bear who lives in a cave. Now, that is number 4. Now, 5. Fox. Where does the fox live? The fox. He lives in a lair. L-A-I-R. Find. L-A-I-R. Here is L-A-I-R. Number 5. Okay. So, the fox lives in a lair. Okay, fine. L-A-I-R. Now we have a pig. Number 6, we have a pig. Where do we keep a pig? Pigs are kept in the pig. Very good. Pig sty. Here you have number 6. The pigs are kept in the pig sty. Pig sty. The pigs are kept in the pig sty. And then you have 7. Our chicks, our baby chicks, the little baby chick, where do we place them? We put the chicks in a coop. Here you have number 7, C-O-O-P, coop. The chicken, the little chicken, they are kept in the coop. Very good. Then here we have a bee. All the bees, where do they make their own home? What kind of home they make? What do we call that? Bee. The bees live in a hive. Here we have number 8. H-I-V-E. Hive. Bees live in a hive. Beehive. Then we have the bird. The bird, I told you in the beginning, the bird lives in a. Very good. Birds are also kept in the house. Okay, so the 2 places we have to find. The bird. Now what about the bird? He lives in a nest. Where is the nest? The bird lives in a nest. Here you have number 9, N-E-S-T. Now that is the home the bird built. But if we keep our birds, where do we keep them? We keep them in aviary. Number 9, A-V-I-A-R-Y. So we have another place, A-V-I-A-R. Aviary is a place, is also the home of a bird that we keep in we take and keep them in our house. Now dog, what about the dog? We have here number 10. A dog. Where do we keep our dog? We put them in a kennel. Very good. Let's find kennel. Where is kennel? Here. Number 10. K-E-N-N-E-L. So we have kennel. K-E-N-N. Kennel. The dogs are kept in a kennel. And finally we have the rabbit. What about the rabbit? Where do we keep our rabbit? The rabbit is kept in a burrow. And this burrow, that's a wild rabbit. We are talking about here is the wild one. The wild rabbit, what does it do? It makes its own burrow, that is number 11. B-U-R-R-O-W. So, the wild rabbit makes its own nest, and we call that he digs up a burrow to live for him. Okay, so that's what we have done. Now, this is what I did. You also make a grid and put in some homes, and you try and find in the grid the birds or animals and their home. And very interesting when you can pair up and learn to do this. Is very, very interesting. Making learn fun. We must learn and we must have some fun. Then we'll remember what we learned. Okay. So, here we'll go through this again. Let's recall to our mind. First, snail. Where does the snail live? She carries her home on her back. She lives inside the shell. Where is shell? S-H-E-L-L, shell. Snail carries her home on her back. She lives in a shell. A horse. It's a domestic animal. We keep the horses in our home and we build a little place for it, that's called stable. So, the horses are kept in a stable in our house. Lion, wild animal. The lion, where is their home? The lion lives in a den. Lion lives in a den. The bear, again, wild animal. Bear lives in a cave. Caves in the forest, holes in the forest. So, you have snail, home, shell. Horse, their home is stable. Lion, their home is den. And bear, their home is cave. Now, we have your fox, the wild animal fox. He lives in a house called lair. Okay, the house called lair, L-A-I-R. The fox lives in a lair. Pig, the pig. Pigs live in we make a house for them, and pig lives in a pigsty. Pigsty, S-T-Y. Pigs lives in a pigsty. Chick, again the baby chick, the chicken, there we make a home for them, and we call that coop. The home that we built for them. The chicken, they live in a coop. Bees. Bees make their own home, and that's called beehive. Bees live in a hive. That's a home they build for themselves. Bird. Birds build their own home, and that's called nest. Their own home. But when we keep birds in our house, then we say we keep them in an aviary. A-V-I-A-R, aviary. Dogs, domestic animal, dog, and they keep the dog in a kennel, K-E-N-N-E-L, kennel. We keep the dogs in a kennel, we build for them. Now, rabbits, the wild rabbits. Wild rabbits make their own home called burrow, B-U-R-R-O-W. But the tame rabbit, where do we keep them? In a hutch. The tame ones, we build for them. So, that's called tame rabbits are kept in a hutch.